Right guys, Project Ended here, back with another video. This time we are doing a recorded race on Formula V in Circuit di Navarra, closing off the week that was. This was probably one of the funnest races that I have had. No Brucey from last week, doesn't have the same camaraderie, however it was back and forth, from top to tail, a lot of funny voice comms. Let's get into it. Kicking off, a little bit of a bold start here. We start off going straight down, and there's probably a good second behind the pack. Going into the first little turn here, and I get sandwiched, sent off. Kept my cool, a little bit of netcode, a lot of US players here, and me being the only Australian in the lobby, definitely feeling the pinch. Another little bump as I go into turn one, exit. Now we've lost a hell of a lot of places. I think we're 8th. Going into this groove, I just wanted to make sure I was smooth. Lots of cars that were behind me there. Just wanted to take it nice and easy. Some of these comms are fucking hilarious. You guys are going to hear one of the wildest comms right about now.
That means they're gay! That means they're gay! I saw you get into some contact up there earlier. That wasn't my fault. You never said anything about being at fault.
I might be a little gay, Ethan. I might be a little gay. I'm sorry. I'm only human.
Hey, don't apologize. Don't apologize.
So the people in that first turn there, they bottled it, so I gained a couple of places.
He's smart. Please don't let him mention it.
Oh yeah, no. I started the back for a reason.
So this is why I sort of really like iRacing. People don't take it seriously, but then there are some lobbies where people do. Little bottle into turn one there, giving me another position, making up some good room. That's me back up to 5th now. Get in.
Oh, I just know one of you boys up front is going to crash. I just know it. You got 3 people racing.
Massive move there. Massive move. I saw these 2 people were fighting. I took the draft. Brings me back up to 3rd. Huge double overtake. I was a bit gingy here. I was worried I was going to get ran into. Sort of had to force myself off track. Just to make sure that I was safe there. Take it into this corner. Go a bit late on the braking there. Just to make sure that they don't smack into the back of me.
Felipe, I'm coming for you.
Lots of voice chatter here. This was probably one of the most active voice lobbies I've ever had. Back into turn 1, I just want to make sure that I'm being as smooth as possible, minimal mistakes, because I know this is definitely something I could work with in my favour, just to make sure that there's no sneaky surprises. Take a really good corner exit here. I'm just trying to cut down the lap times here, so I want to brake a little bit later, just make sure that I'm catching up to this pack here, because I still have people that are behind me, still trying to grab me. So I go wide here yet again. I believe there was someone behind me at that point. Back over to this corner, quick little cuts, just trying to grab everything that we can to make it as clean as possible. A little bit of a botched turn in there. Just trying to grab the slipstream. I'm starting to catch up to Angel in front of me here. Kicks it up into 4th gear nice and early. I'm going to try and take an early cut in here as he's gone wide. I've noticed that he's running all the track, where in Formula V I really don't think it's needed. Do a nice little cut there. Just doing the track limits. It's really starting to separate here with the top three. As you can see, Anhal's sort of come behind us up here, just to make sure that he's giving as much time to the person in front of him, which is a bit silly because he's starting to take away the lead. So I know that if I wanted to do anything in regards to place, I really needed to get a hustle on. Jumping back up here, quick little early turn in. Let's be right on the rumble strips at exit, and I am just footing it through. Right now it's just lap by lap, hoping that Anhal makes a mistake. At this point, it's thinned a little bit behind us, so we do have some wiggle room, some margin for error. Decided not to tap the brake there and just send it to try and get a little bit more time on my sleeve. Ended up working out really well. As you can see, Anhal's sort of tapping the brake as he enters there, and I could see it, so I just wanted to make sure that my inputs were smooth so I didn't spin out in that corner once you go over the bump. But he is faster than me on the straight, whether he drops down to second or he's just carrying more speed through the apex. That's probably one of the things I can't do on this map, is just carry that speed through the apex. I get too psyched out that the car's going to spin the back out. It's cost me too many races. It's definitely something that I'm always cautious of on Circuito de Navarra.
Turn there, George.
Late braking here, early turn in, gets a perfect exit here. As you can see, he's already kicking it back up to third, and he just loses me on that straight. So I know that there's something I need to do to adapt, or just pray that he spins out. Trying to get that little bit of slipstream. I think he might be a little bit closer to the car in front, so he might be getting the advantage of that toe. Early slipstream from the back of the line. Do a little tap here. I didn't feel confident going into that corner because I was running the curb. Really bad exit. He ends up sending it away from me. A very shallow line here, come out wide. I'm just trying to follow his slipstream as much as possible. Any sort of remnant of fresh air that I can get behind, just to make it that much more worth my while. Early turn in, he sort of bottles the apex there, really overslows on exit, which gives me a really good position here once we're on the straight. If I just don't lose him, all the available slipstream. Late braking, and now I'm in a really good position to attack here. Just really close that gap off his mistakes. That was a really good lap by me. So now I'm on the straight. You can see that here I'm absolutely rocketing through the slipstream. He moves straight over to the right, but I decided not to follow him as I wanted to use this slipstream. He doesn't want to get too close. Really good racing by Anhal here. He was super respectful, which I always like. Yet again, way over slow, decide to punch it early, and he just wrecks me on that straight there, going it back to 2. I just can't do it. I always end up spinning out, whether it's my bias or whatever it is. So now we're sort of going back to square one. Takes very wide and then cuts in super early, just trying to break any slipstream that I get on this straight. Try and make an early play here. End up braking way too late. I could have forced a mistake there. Luckily he went out wide. And we're starting to hit back markers here.
Nice try, Jacob.
Cheeky little communication there from Anhal. He knows that I'm working hard for this. Going really nice and tight. Don't want to go into the back of him here. The last thing I want to do is end someone's race. Costs me a really bad exit and makes me put in that little bit more work. Jumping back up to 4th, trying to get the slipstream. He's just rocketing out of this. His exit speeds and, his exits especially are so tight. barely any braking here. Another quick little acceleration there. Just trying to force him to make a mistake. But he ends up going really shallow on the line. I end up following more of a racing line there. But people are also wondering why I run the racing line. And that's just, I don't know. I haven't been iRacing for very long. The only reason I wanted to create this was to ensure that people can see me growing. I eventually want to turn the racing line off, make a video of sort of what that looks like.
Yeah, he's not as nice as I am.
Probably when I go up to my next class. This guy's still talking his rubbish. Quick little inside move there on Angel. The guy in front of us has spun out, so I'm trying to be cautious that his rejoin could cost us. But that also means me being cautious. Angel is right on my gearbox. As he's catching the slipstream from the guy below, I sort of move in to try and get that, but I think he's gone on the left side of me from what I can hear. So I have to sort of stay right. Probably a move where I should have just kept straight line speed instead of sacrificing this. A little bit of a spin out, good collective, didn't go off. Did cost me to go out wide, and Angel has taken back the place and does have the advantage of the slipstream of the guy in front of him.
I knew you stupid motherfucker, they're gonna take each other out!
This guy is an absolute pisser. He's so funny. This guy had me cackling in the public lobby, which was worse because I was trying not to make a mistake. Late braking here, just trying to gain up to the pack, get the double slipstream here, but almost causes me to end up going wide. Just following their lines, trying to make as much as what I can. Hopefully this guy will slow up Angel. But he doesn't. He actually takes the corner really well. Goes a bit wide. Angel trying to make a move. Ends up deciding to benefit from the slipstream to try and get closer to the guy ahead. Bit of a slingshot action. Meanwhile, I'm just behind Angel, hoping that the double slipstream will give me some sort of advantage, which I guess you can see here it sort of does, but not as much as what I hoped. Angel makes a move on him, goes out really wide, makes sure that he doesn't mess it up, which sort of slacks him out around this corner as well. He doesn't want to overslow. Just in case there was a crash, I hit the brakes early, and Angel ends up getting in his head, wiping himself out, and now I get the bounty of second place with the back marker in between us. So I wanted to use this time just to take as much slipstream as possible to try and rocket myself up to second place. So I just wanted to use that slipstream to get ahead of
Race
myself.
is fucking over. Because you want to be a stupid motherfucker that doesn't know what he's doing.
Bro, I've been watching Inside. This dude sounds like Phantom, hey? Except, like, probably 5'2", and a little bit less pronounced on his words. Just typical New York. Cutting in there. This guy's just a rocket. There's no way I'm going to catch up to him easily. So I'm sort of just cutting it down lap by lap. And Angel at the moment is gaining a little bit of time. But that is the end of the race, unfortunately. I genuinely enjoyed myself. Lots of back and forth action, really non-stop. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for having a listen. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.